In a stunning yet not at all surprising bit of news, Donald Trump apparently wanted to bomb Iran shortly after losing the election to Joe Biden. This follows, of course, him getting out of the Iran nuclear deal back in 2018, the one that Barack Obama signed. In fact, arguably the best thing Barack Obama did was sign that Iran nuclear deal. Since then, Iran's only increased its stockpile of uranium, and tensions between the two countries have only gotten worse. So this report here, breaking out of New York Times, Trump sought options for attacking Iran to stop its growing nuclear program. The president was dissuaded from moving ahead with the strike by advisors who warned that it could escalate into a broader conflict in his last weeks in office. The idea here, at least the one that appears to be pushed, that Trump was maybe dissuaded because it could escalate into a broader conflict. Why would he care? In fact, my argument would be this is exactly why he wanted to bomb Iran, to hand this mess off to Joe Biden. The man does not care about anybody but himself. That should already be obvious. And what's shocking here about this story is who talked him out of it. Because the people that talked him out of it are horrible people. So a range of senior advisors dissuaded the president from moving ahead with a military strike. The advisors, including Vice President Mike Pence, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Christopher C. Miller, the acting defense secretary, General Mark A. Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, warned that a strike against Iran's facilities could easily escalate into a broader conflict in the last weeks of Mr. Trump's presidency. These are all individuals who, are not progressives. These are people who generally are incredibly pro-war. And these are the ones that had to talk Donald Trump out of bombing Iran, because even they understood what kind of mess that would create. More here. CNN says administration officials with knowledge of the meeting told the paper that after Pompeo and Milley hammered home the threat of the attack mushrooming into a larger conflict, officials departed the meeting thinking that the possibility of a missile attack on Iranian soil was no longer in question. But officials told the paper that Trump could be continuing to eye plans to attack Iranian allies and assets such as militias in Iraq. Anything Trump does now is simply an attempt to undermine a Joe Biden administration. That's it. There is no reason why there should be discussions about any of this right now. Iran is not an imminent threat. Yet here Trump is trying to escalate a situation. Quote, thankfully cooler heads prevailed. Nader Hashemi, director of the Center for Middle East Studies at the University of Denver, told Insider, quote, a military strike on Iran would deeply destabilize an already unstable Middle East with ripple effects across the region, especially in Iraq and Lebanon. Furthermore, Iran is far away from having enough enriched uranium to build a bomb, Hashemi said. There is no imminent threat that would warrant a military strike. As I said earlier, Iran's low-grade uranium stockpile is now more than 12 times the limit set under the 2015 nuclear deal, which Trump controversially withdrew the U.S. from in May 2018. Anybody that was anti-Iran deal has been proven to be a total idiot. All Trump has done since getting out of that deal is make things a lot worse. Almost got us all to the brink of war after he killed General Qasem Soleimani. The only reason we didn't get into World War III then was because Iran held back, not the U.S. But now, hopefully, again, big asterisks there, hopefully, here you have Iran's president calls on Biden to return to nuclear deal. So hopefully Biden does this, but while he's been open to it, it sounds like he wants the deal to be a little stricter, which Iran has said that if they wanted to renegotiate the deal, then they would have done that under Donald Trump. So this is a Biden quote here from an op-ed over the past year. I will offer Tehran a credible path back to diplomacy. If Iran returns to strict compliance with the nuclear deal, the U.S. would rejoin the agreement as the starting point for follow-on negotiations. But then he goes on to say that we will work to strengthen and extend the nuclear deal's provisions while also addressing other issues of concern. Look, if Biden wants to attempt this, fine. But how about first, just get back into the original deal? There's no need to continuing or there's no need to continue escalating tensions between these two nuclear powers with the potential of getting into a World War III. Just, and anybody who has ever claimed that Donald Trump is anti-war or more anti-war than Obama, or I've heard that many times, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Donald Trump has no ideology. He does not care. If he's anti-anything, he's anti-Obama, which sometimes may be good, like he wants to apparently pull troops out of Afghanistan, but also, most cases, is actually bad, as trying to get out of the Iran deal, or getting out of the Iran deal, and bombing Iran. Donald Trump has no ideology. He does not care. And right now, because he lost the election, the only focus he has is handing Joe Biden as big of a mess as possible. He's already done that with COVID-19. Now, if he can also do that in terms of foreign policy, I'm sure he would.